Billy is waiting for Sally in the jazz lounge. She's ready for a stiff drink after her difficult conversation with Audra. He's distracted by the chaos in the Kane camp and fills her in on the stolen AI. He suspects Ashby is getting a dose of his own medicine. Sally can appreciate how much he must enjoy that, but it worries her when his focus drifts to revenge. Billy reassures her that he is focused on the success of Abbott Communications. Sally doesn't regret telling him that Jill is behind the funding. It's important for both of them that they have full transparency. Pushing that even further, Billy reveals that he has stopped drinking and started exercising. He is committed to proving that her faith in him is not in vain and that he can be a man she believes in. They kiss. Spotting Sienna and his son kissing in his hospital room, Nick walks in on them. No sooner have their lips parted, he leads her to the waiting room. Nick grills Sienna about what has been happening between her and Noah. Assuming this is connected to the crash, he reminds her that he brought this up before and she lied to him about it. As she tells him to back off, he leaps to the assumption that Matt must have attacked his son over the affair. She points out that her husband was out of town when the crash happened. Besides, he's in the dark about the affair. Nick is confident that her husband is Matt Clark, a vicious man who has targeted his loved ones for years. As he unpacks their grim history, Sienna says Nick seems really committed to this bit. The Newman repeats that it's all true and guesses she knows nothing about her husband's past or has ever met any of his family. Remaining cagey, she backs him off and repeats that Mitch knows nothing about the affair. Sharon is in Mitch's face at the shadow room. She won't relent on calling him Matt and warns that, of all the terrible things he has done, coming back from the dead to target her children was really crossing the line. He continues to insist he has no idea who Matt is, so she accuses him of gaslighting her and being a sadist. If they weren't standing in a public place, she'd rip his eyes out of their sockets. Mitch points out that she and Nick are the ones who have been attacking him. When he declares he's finished with this, she grabs hold of his arm. After he threatens to get a restraining order, she warns him that if he goes near her family again, he had better hope Nick finishes him off because she will take her time making sure that he suffers. Sharon returns to her hotel room and immediately calls Phyllis. She leaves an awkward message thanking her for all of her texts about Noah. She appreciates the support, but as soon as she starts talking about her emotions, they well up and she has to end the call. Pacing, she calls Nick next, leaving another rambling message, admitting that she went to confront Matt. She's sure that he won't leave their son alone and wonders if they should call the police about him. Back at the hospital, Nick returns to Noah's room and asks him to explain what's happening with Sienna. Noah admits he was afraid to face his dad's judgment. He already feels bad enough for cheating on Allie. His relationship with Sienna just happened, and he doesn't even know if it's serious. Nick asks how much he knows about her husband. Noah recounts meeting him in London and the support he lent to help him start a club in LA. Mitch seemed like a decent guy to him. As Nick tries to make his son promise to stay away from the Bacalls, Sharon shows up. Nick announces that he caught their son kissing Sienna. Noah senses from their expressions that this is about a lot more than him having an affair. At Sharon's urging, Nick explains to their son that Mitch is really Matt Clark, a vicious man from their past who terrorized them for years. They believe he's back to start again and is behind Noah's crash. Immediately refusing to accept this, Noah orders them out of his room. Sienna goes to the shadow room and corners her husband at the bar. As she demands he come clean, he complains he doesn't have the bandwidth to deal with this right now. Pulling out her phone, she shows him a picture of Matt Clark from 20 years ago and demands he tell her the truth. He continues trying to end this discussion, but she follows him across the room, asking if he is using Noah as a tool to get revenge on the Newmans. Mitch continues asking her to drop this and finally snaps when she won't relent. After she threatens to go to the cops, his face contorts, and he warns that would be a really big mistake.